Good afternoon. In this video, we will show you how to use your Canon multifunction copier as a printer on your Mac computer. So let's begin. First, I want to let you know that I am using a MacBook Pro with the Mac OS version 14 or Sonoma, which is the latest. So let's start. First thing you'll want to do is open up a web browser, whether it be Safari, Chrome, Firefox, whichever one you use, Opera. For this, I'm going to be using Google Chrome, so I'm going to open up Google Chrome. And then the website we're going to go to Canon to download the print driver. So we're going to go to usa.canon.com. And the Canon website comes up. On the Canon website, over here, we're going to click on support over here to the right. So we're going to click support, and I'm going to click it again. So with the support window comes up, you've got a window here to put in your model number. And for this video, we are going to be using a Canon Image Runner Advanced DX C3935i, which we have in our showroom. So here in this search bar, I'm going to type in the model number, which is C3935i, and you'll notice you get a drop down that shows a bunch of different models. We're going to click on the very first one, Image Runner Advanced DX C3935i. When I click on that, you'll notice the screen changes, and at this point, you'll want to click on software and drivers, and it just advances you down the window. Now, the one nice thing about the Canon website is it will detect what operating system you're using. Obviously, we're using a Mac, so it's detected a Mac, but it will also detect whether you're using a Linux or a Windows computer. Now, the only thing it does not do is it does not detect what version of the OS you're using. So like I said, we are using Sonoma, which is the very first one listed. So I'm going to click on Sonoma. But if you have Ventura, Monterey, Big Sur, Catalina, Mojave, Sierra, those are all available here. So we're going to click on Sonoma. And you'll notice that in the results, I get 4 results back. The very first result is the PPD. This one, most of y'all will not use this. This PPD is going to be more for page layout applications like Quark Express, InDesign. So most of y'all will not need this. And it's really mainly more for Quark Express. Now, the second one you will notice is there is a fax driver. If your Canon device is equipped with the optional fax board on it to where you can use the machine as a fax machine, you can download and install this driver and fax directly from your computer. The 2 drivers for printing are going to be the PostScript driver and the UFR2 driver. For our video today, we are going to be using the PostScript driver. So I'm going to come over and click on download for the PostScript driver, and you'll notice it's downloading, and it'll tell me when that it's finished. It's finished. So now I'm going to close this window here that says locating and installing your download. I'm going to close that, and then I'm going to quit Chrome. So now I want to get to that download. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on Finder, and then when the Finder window comes up, I'm going to open Downloads. Now you notice I have 2 here, and I'm going to delete one of them, because you'll only get one. So I've got it downloaded. Now it is a zip file, so I'm going to double click on it to unzip it. It has unzipped, and now you notice that it's a .dmg file that came out of that zip file. So we're going to double click on that, and that's going to open up the contents folder of that DMG file. Now what we want to do is you want to double click on the Canon PS installer package. So double click that, and this will start the installation process. So here on this window, you will want to click continue, and on the SLA, you want to click continue, and on the red license, you want to click agree, and then now you want to click install. Now at this point, you'll want to put in the password that you use to log on to your computer with. So now it is starting the installation process, and this takes a couple of minutes to do, and then when it finishes, it'll change to say add printer. The installation has completed, and it says add printer. So what we're going to do now is we're going to click close. I'm going to click move to trash, and what that will do is that will move that DMG package to the trash, and then I'm going to close download. So now we've actually gone in and installed the print driver on your Mac, on the Mac computer. So now what we need to do is now we need to add a printer, and to add a printer we need to get into the system settings or system preferences of the Mac. On the Mac there are 2 ways to do that. One way is down at the bottom. You have this icon that says System Settings. You can click on that, or you can come up to the left and click on the little apple and click on System Settings there, which is what I'm going to do here. And now the System Settings window opens. Now here on this left side, we're going to scroll all the way down, and I'm going to click Printers and Scanners, and this shows you the printers that I already have installed on this Mac. So what we want to do is we want to add a printer. When the Add Printer window comes up, you'll notice that there are three icons at the top. The first icon, that is the default for the Mac. Today it is Bonjour, but this is what used to be what they call the Apple Talk. And you'll notice that we do have printers here in the office that are Bonjour capable that can add, and the printer that I am adding, it is Bonjour capable, but I just can't see it at this point in time because we're having some issues with our infrastructure. We're upgrading it, and so I can't see it at this point in time. This is a good way to add the printer. There's a way that's a little more stable, and we find it to be a little better to use than Bonjour, and that is going to be IP printing, and that's this middle icon, and you'll notice that IP comes up. So we're going to click on IP. So now, do IP, the first thing you'll need to do is you will need to get the IP address of your Canon multifunction device. We can show you where to get that, or I think there may be another video on this on getting the IP address of your particular device. So for this video, I know the IP address of the machine in our showroom, and I'm going to put that in, and that is 192.168.3.8. And you notice that it says that it's valid and complete host name or address. So that tells me that my Mac is seeing the machine in the showroom. Now, one of the things you do need to be careful of is here on protocol. Most of y'all, by default, it will show you when you get into Add Printer, it will show you Internet Printing Protocol -IPP. You do not want to use this one. This is something that HP and Microsoft have been working on. It's okay, but for the Mac, you really need to use the one that I'm going to show you. And that is, you just click on the drop-down menu here, and you want to click on Line Printer Daemon. Select that. And you want to use that Line Printer Daemon or LPD. So now after you do that, come down to the bottom and click on that drop down for Generic PostScript Printer. Click on that, and then what you want to do is you want to come down and click on Select Software. Now when the Select Software window comes up, in the search window here, you want to type in your model number. And here again for this video, we're using the C3935. And you'll notice I've got 3 drivers that popped up. And that tells me that I have installed the UFR driver, which is the first one, the fax driver. If I had a fax board in that machine in the showroom, I could use it as a fax. And then also the PostScript driver, and that's what the PS stands for. And for this video, we're going to use PostScript. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to click OK. And then now I'm just going to change the name. And this is, you can give it any unique name you want. This just to tell you which printer it is. So for this video, I'm going to call it Showroom C3935i, and then I'm going to click Add. Now, as you can see, we have added the printer. But now, all the MFPs have different functionality, add-on functionality that you can add to your copier. What I mean by that, you can add stapling feature, you can add a hole punch feature, you can add what's called a booklet feature that'll actually fold and staple a booklet. The Mac side, to get those features, there are several steps we have to go through, and that's what we're going to do now. So now on the printer, click on it, and then the printer window will open up, or properties window will open up. So what we want to do is we want to click on Options and Supplies, and then we're going to click on Utility here at the top, and then we're going to click Open Printer Utility. Now, unfortunately, this machine that we are using for this video does not have any finishing options on it. It's just a base model, and it will reflect that. But for those of you that do have stapling and hole punch and booklet finishing, those features will show up in this next step. So this next step, what you want to do is click on Printer Information, and this is actually going to go out to the machine and grab all the finishing options that have been added onto the machine. And as you can see, there's no stapling, no hole punch, no booklet, no add-on features. Just this is what's available on the base unit. So at this point, I'm going to click OK. And then I'm going to click Save Settings. But when I click Save Settings, this window does not disappear. You will have to come up and click on the little X and to close it. And then you'll click OK. And now that's done. We've gone in and added the printer options, the print driver. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to get a test page. To get that test page, we're going to click on Printer Queue, and then Print Center opens up. You're going to click on the printer you just added, and you'll see the print queue here. And up here in the menu bar, you're going to want to click on Menu, and then Print Test Page, and then you'll see that it's printing here. And the file was successfully sent to the machine. Now I can walk over to the machine and pull out Test Page. So when that's done, you close this, and then you click Done, and then you close that. Now you've added the printer and you are able to print. In the next video, I will show you how to set your printing defaults on your print driver, i.e. to set black and white, or color, single-sided, double-sided, any options that you want to add as default. We will show those in our next video. Thank you for joining us and have a good day.